Damn, Jedi, you got a great voice.
Hey,
That's sexy, right? That's sexy.
Hey.
SaveState
Man.
podcast.
You got a voice of an angel, bro.
Oh my gosh. I am a happily married man. Don't get too excited, homie.
Man. Let me tell you, man. I love that intro so much. And you know, this week we've been contemplating changing the name of the podcast, and you know, it's tough because I've really grown accustomed to the SaveState podcast label. And
So have I.
Anyways, let's not start the show off with a negative. I'm your boy Too Loud, or Alex from Too Loud Tech, also known as Too Loud. I got my co-host Matt, the Digital Jedi, and our guest today, my good friend Javi from Play Retro. Javi from Play Retro. Yeah, man. How y'all doing today?
Good, great.
Hey, Matt, I know you're playing video games over there, Matt. All right, I know you're playing video games.
I don't know what you're talking about, man. Can you see it? Oh, it's terrible. Terrible.
What is you playing, Borderlands?
Yeah, I'm playing Borderlands. Stop playing with me. Of course I'm playing Borderlands.
Looks great.
Okay. Yeah, nice. So, besides Borderlands, what's up this week? How you been this week?
So wait, before we get to that, I want to tell you guys a little story. So funny enough, don't no, hold on. Let me look at you in the camera since everybody can see my face so they know. I don't want either one of y'all to get all gassed up and stuff like this. All right. So these two guys actually got me into this hobby. Didn't get me into this hobby, right? Because I was playing these games before they were born. But these two guys got me into the idea of doing YouTube content and stuff. And so I actually met these guys through Javi, because Javi, I was really learning about custom stuff, and Javi had a video, started making videos on this. And I remember one of the first things I did was watching Javi's setup videos in the R36S. And I can't remember how he talked about it or what happened. Somehow I ended up on the Retro City Discord, which is a Discord that Javi and Too Loud host, right? And and we were doing stuff, and you guys know I'm a nerd, and I was messing with 3D printing. And I remember Too Loud, some guy sends me a message, and he says, "Wow, that 3D print is amazing. You're like a genius. I want to be like you when I grow up. Can can we be friends?" And I'm like, "You're kind of creeping me out, kid." He's like, "No, really, 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 really. You know, I want to be your friend. I'll come and wash your car and stuff." And I'm like, "What's your name, kid?" And he's like, "It's Too Loud. I have a YouTube channel." I'm like, "Okay, kid, you don't have to wash my car, but we could be friends." He's like, "Oh my God, I can't wait to go. I can't wait to go right on my wall on what's that called? On MySpace, how cool you are and stuff like that." So it's just a cool story, because I mean, like, that's how we all became friends. Yeah. But anyway, I just realized that, man, I kind of got into this because of you two guys.
I think I bit my tongue till it bled just now. I'm not gonna lie. Like, we had a conversation. It was around some 3D print files, but that is about the beginning and the end of the truth of what Jedi just said. So I just want to put that out there. But yeah, no, it's true, man.
I got into this hobby just watching both of you guys' videos and learning from you guys. So I thought it was just kind of cool, just realizing that both of you guys are on here, and I got into the idea of content creation and modding with these devices because of you guys, and so I appreciate the hell out of it because you guys I've had so much fun with this, and you guys just rock, man. So you're ugly as hell, but you guys do rock, man.
If we were past 30 minutes, I'll tell you something. I'll tell you something.
That's fair.
I'll tell you something. So you've lucked out today. Man. So now back with it. What's going on with you guys? How's this week been? What are you guys getting into? We'll start with Matt real quick, and then we'll save the best for last, which is me, not you.
Crazy week.
I knew that.
Crazy week, super busy, super hectic at work, but I have found time to play video games. I am currently playing Borderlands 4. I know it got some meh feedback, but I'm completely obsessed with it. I am getting ready because tomorrow I'm going to start playing the game that you guys got me excited about. I'll let you talk about that. But yeah, man, and just getting ready for next week. Next week's going to be a big week for us. I'm excited about Xbox LAX, but that's it, man. Just working video games. What about you guys?
Hobby, that's you.
Okay. Oh well, I finally got one of these boys.
Oh my gosh.
So
Ooh.
yeah, I just dropped a video on.
I
this
saw your
thing.
video. I saw your
That was
video.
a fire video, man. That was a good video, man. That's a good
Yeah,
video,
thanks.
especially since you don't do x86 stuff like that. I thought it was a great video.
Yeah,
Man.
first handheld PC. I'm loving it so far. I've only had it for like a week, but I'm putting crazy time on it. And I just like I've been like kind of fiending like just to run home and play it. Like that's kind of all I've been thinking about recently. But aside from that, I've been kind of related to the topic of today's podcast, but I've been kind of downsizing my handheld collection. So I went from over like I don't even know, probably 70 something handhelds, and I'm probably under 10 right now. So yeah,
You got 70 handhelds?
over 70. But I've been
You got issues, bro. You don't need more than like 2.
Consolidating. I'm sure that's what you're looking for. You've been consolidating your collection,
consolidating.
right?
You don't need more than like 2,
which is
homie.
actually good because that's a topic I wanted to talk about here today, and that's the revolving door. But we're gonna get to that later. We'll also get into your new addiction of x86 handheld gaming and whether or not you will remain a retro gamer or you will be moving on over to the dark side. But also, so
The dark
for
side
me,
is
as for me, I feel it, dude. I feel it, dude.
It's taking hold, bro.
You know,
got a strong grip.
I don't even get mad at you, bro, because man, we'll talk about this. We'll get there. But dude, so for me this week, well, first of all, today was super hectic, man. We're late today because of me. I mean, we're always late because of me, but today we're extra late because of me. I had to secure this bad boy right here. I was super excited to get it.
Heck yeah.
Steam controller.
No, we need it closer. Closer. Ooh.
Never had one.
It is dope. I'm excited about that, man.
Never had one. Found it brand new on the Facebook market, dude. And I was like, oh, I need that. So I'll probably never use it, maybe 1 or 2 times. But you know, I've gotten 2 controllers today. Actually, think that's pretty cool. I got a Vader 4 Pro for my boy Darth Vader. Yeah,
Down
you heard
to
what
the
I
dark
said.
side, baby. I heard you.
And he's been bragging about that controller for so long, man. For me, as far as controllers go, I'm an Xbox Elite 2 controller guy. It's been my go-to for as long as it's been around. And Matt's been just telling me, like, man, you got to try that Vader. You got to try that Vader 4 Pro. And so I got one today in hand, and excited to give it a go later on tonight. I really didn't have time today. Hey, and what's up? What's up, our brother? We got Corruption Gaming in the house.
What's going on, Corruption?
What's up, dude? So, yeah, man. So I got that today. I've been messing around a lot because Javi inspired me. I went after Javi told me he got a Steam Deck in the Steam sale, and I was like, oh, dude, I need one now. I was like, maybe I'm missing out. Like, I haven't had a Steam Deck in like 2 years, over 2 years probably. And I was like, I need to get one. I went over to Steam's website and they weren't on sale no more. I was like, oh, dude, you kidding me?
Yo,
I went
I
over to a couple.
waited to drop that video till the sale ended to piss.
Oh my god, that's so
funny. You're not supposed to say that out loud, bro.
I'm just kidding. Go ahead, bro.
Dude, so and then I went over to a couple top secret handheld sale locations. Really, RH Discord, and I tried to find a second-hand one, but everybody's like sold out of their Steam Decks, dude, and whoever got them is keeping them right now. So I'm just gonna wait. I don't want to buy one brand new. Yeah,
when they go to sale, they move quick.
Yeah, too loud. You met a guy in like a dark alley, and he like opened his coat.
It's like, look what I
Oh
got
my
for you,
God.
dude. Like, got like a whole bunch of stopwatches over here, some little baggies over here, some handhelds down here.
Those
Like,
black market controllers.
yeah, dude. Yeah, man. And but other than that, so since I couldn't get my fix, I had put my Legion Go onto the Xbox experience so I could give that a go. And I was kind of like, it was all right. It wasn't nothing like I'm super excited about it. Like I much prefer the non like leaked out version on the Ally once it comes out. I'd prefer to try that over, messing around with that little leak version. So for now, I just went back to good old SteamOS on the Legion Go, and I've been messing around with that a lot.
You got the
Oh yeah, that's a nice
It's
splash
clean.
screen. That's a nice splash screen, dude.
So
So
hold on. I want to you mine.
what you got? What you got?
Keep going.
So I have the God while you're putting. I have the God of War Ragnarok splash screen on my Legion Go for those listening and not watching, and it's super cool. I love that whole idea. I love the I love the ease of use and the customization of SteamOS and everything. I've grown to really enjoy SteamOS, and I can't still say like I'm a SteamOS main, like because I am a Windows main at heart. But man, the simplicity of Steam, it's
Right.
crazy.
You can jump in and go, right? And that's kind of the thing we've talked about for so long and stuff. And it's just there's a convenience for it. I mean, it's a console. It gives you a console experience on the go. That being said, I've said 100 times, I still prefer Windows because of the library choices and stuff.
Oh, that's Hades.
That is Hades. It's a little bit too fast.
Yeah. Well, the Ragnarok one's probably a little too long, so I gotta find something in between. But no, Matt, you're right, dude. It's like, Windows. Well, it's because of the games we like to play, right? And a lot of them have anti-cheat and stuff like that. So, it keeps us in the Windows ecosystem. But I honestly I could say probably. If it wasn't for that anti-cheat problem, I'd probably stick around in the Steam ecosystem. It's pretty smooth. I don't like the file management and stuff like that over on the desktop side of stuff, and that's kind of where I kind of get in the weeds. But outside of the desktop experience, in the big picture interface, it's phenomenal, dude. You can't get any better than that for PC gaming. It's so good. It's so good.
I get that. I mean, I do. I get that. There's other things like I like my game libraries from everywhere, right? So I even play Amazon Prime games, and it can be done on Steam, but it's just a little bit different. But to the point, like so let me show you guys something that I kind of think is really cool because Javi got me feeling that Steam Deck is right, and I'm not a big fancy guy like him.
Right? I already got Decky Loader corrupted.
So
pun. Hype sticks. Hype sticks for life.
So I printed grips for this thing, right? And they're super comfortable and they're really nice. But like I just picked up the Steam Deck and it's
let me do us a favor here.
It's just so insane that just how the comfort level of this thing is so ridiculously good. It's just like,
can I see your back plates, bro?
On my Steam Deck, it's right now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it lights up.
The Ally too, right?
Is that the JSOX one?
Yeah, it's the JSOX one that lights up and stuff. But we gotta you should get one of these, Javi, because these are insane. The JSOX Steam Deck hard shell. It's so good, man. It's like it is so good, dude. And they're only like $25.
Yeah. That's so convenient, dude. Those hard shell like skill switch type things, dude.
Freaking and it's bro. And the grip itself is so good. It adds just the perfect right texture, and it's got a kickstand and everything. And so the back plate actually lights up, but you can't see it because we have this cover on it. But the back plate is pretty dope. It lights up. And then the back plate.
I kind of want to know what you're talking about now, Danny.
Oh man, that says Digital Jedi on it. What the heck, bro?
Well, you got to remember, this is the Tinkerer Jedi, right? Like it didn't come like that. He made that.
Asus reached out to me and said we're gonna make you your own because you're just so damn fly. But this one has a 2 or 4 terabyte 2280, and I have the 74 watt hour battery modded and stuff, and and we have the.
You
custom
see, you can
backplate.
tell he doesn't use this thing. He doesn't remember the size of the hard drive. He doesn't remember. That's a spoiled guy. Spoiled guy, my friend.
Well, and honestly, if I'm being 100, these are my kids' units, right? So my kids, no matter what you give them an F1 Pro, you give them anything, and they're like, "Yeah, I want the Steam Deck," right? And they'll fight. I'm like, this device is way better than the Steam Deck, or way more powerful. They're like, "Yeah, no, I want the Steam Deck," even though both devices have Steam OS on them, and they just. So it's just, they're those two are funny, but yeah, it's.
Hey, is that a Steam Deck LCD?
It is. It's just the 64
Man,
gig.
that LCD on the Steam Deck just looks so much brighter than the LCD on the Ally. I'm noticing that now on camera.
Oh, you know why? I got that etched glass screen protector for the Ally, and it dulls it down a lot.
Okay. That's why I don't like those.
I don't like it. Yeah, I don't like it. So I actually have another one that I was going to put on my new Ally when it comes next week, but I'm going to order a regular one because I don't like this etched stuff. I don't. But,
I like it for the glare, for removing the glare, but I don't find myself fighting glare that often.
Yeah, I think it takes away too much from the picture. But this thing is incredible. Just the feel is just
really quick. Bun says PC gaming keeps him from buying an x86 handheld. My PC just does it all. I feel that, Pun. I do. I feel that. I'm kind of like a lazy boy, right? Like I'm like a human potato. So like sometimes like I don't want to sit at my desk anymore, bro. And like I just want to plop on that couch, bro. And most of the time, I got a very busy house. A lot of times it feels like World War III in there, and everybody's fighting over the TV. And I don't want to insert myself into that fight because then I start throwing elbows and drop kicks and all of a sudden everybody's knocked out, and I just don't want to go through all that hassle. So what I do is I just grab my handheld and I just play right there while they're watching TV and kick my feet up and get comfy. So that's where the handheld comes in clutch for me. Also, too, camping, dude. I'm huge at camp. I love camping. I love being outdoors, and being able to take my PC games with me is next to nothing. So that's
awesome. Yeah, that is awesome.
That's my case.
I think if you have like a really nice rig, like a really nice setup, like look at Jedi's monitor. He has this giant curved, expensive ass monitor with probably like the most expensive PC on the planet. I think you're gonna enjoy. Look,
I knew he was gonna change it back. He was gonna leave it. He's like, no, dog.
If you have like the most nice setup, I think you're gonna love. If you have like your perfect mechanical keyboard with your favorite switches and all that stuff, you're gonna love your rig. But if, like, for example,
that's gorgeous.
That's what I'm talking about.
But you're absolutely right, Corruption.
The thing about the
Steam Deck LCD is no chump.
Nope, not at all.
Not. The thing about the PC handhelds is that it removes friction. Like the time it takes to get into a game is a lot faster on a Steam Deck than it is on any PC, like start to finish. Unless you already
put SteamOS on your PC or Basslight.
Yeah, which I'm running on this Ally, and it is
Unless you have SteamOS.
So I mean, while we're already here, so let's get into this whole SteamOS. Well, first of all, Matt, is there any like big news or anything you'd like to get into today? You have anything on the burner there? Something that's really like calling your name? I know there's a handheld out there calling your name. If you want to talk about that one for a moment.
Which one are we talking about?
The fireballs emoji. Why you got rid of your force?
Okay. So let's talk about that. Okay. So I am all right. So if you guys watch, right, I'm a 4x3 gamer, right? Not 4x. I love the retro stuff. So I love 4x3. I love 3x2, right? I actually will take look at gaming in 4x3, 3x2 before I do 16x9, right? Because I just enjoy that stuff. Because I'm old, right? I'm 50 years old. I'm old. That's the stuff I grew up on. That's my passion. So I absolutely love this 4x3 screen that Anbernic has. This new one that they have on the RG Slide and the 477M and the 476H. Got the 476H. I was so excited for it because it's stacked shoulders, right? And then and I'm not an Ioneo person, but this Ioneo Pocket Air Micro, I'm all in on it. I'm like so excited. Like I'm gonna pick that over my 476H and my 477M, which actually I'll be honest with you, I got rid of them because Too Loud and I were talking, and he was like, "Well, why? Why that over?" And really, because it's $60. So, and it's got a beautiful screen. It's not a 4.7 inch, but it's a beautiful 4:3 aspect ratio screen. It's a 4.2 inch. It's got like a 1280 by 960 screen. It's got some insane resolution, right? On a $60 device. It's got a G90T, which is a MediaTek, which is more than enough to even get you into some GameCube and stuff like that. It's like 60 or $70. But then the other thing too is that if I don't play it, because I'm going to play with, because I'm a AYN shield and I'm going to play with my AYN stuff, or I'm going to play with my new Xbox Ally, it was $60 and it's sitting there. And I don't feel guilty like I would have that I spent the $250 on a 477M and it's sitting there. And it's going to still ultimately, so I got that 477M. It was $250. It's got this insanely powerful chipset in it, and I'm gonna play, Metroid on NES, or you know what I mean, like, and it just as a, you know what I mean. But it's like
something that doesn't need that power,
right? It's like this guy I know that lives like I don't know where he lives, but he went and bought an INEO 3 and he's paying Poke MMO on it. It's the first thing he installs. You buy the most powerful handheld you can find, and you put an 8-bit game on it. You know what I mean? That's like, what kind of cheesy cornball nonsense is that, right? So why not get a $60 handheld that's perfect for that? Why would you?
I wonder who would do that, dude. Like,
why would you spend mortgage money on a handheld to play Poke MMO? Come on, dude.
Who would do such a thing, dude? Who?
Some cornball. No,
hey, really quick. Hey, Javi, my boy Monto Tech is a fan. He says, Javi,
I love Monto,
just
bro.
popping up to say what's up to the GOAT. Congrats on your latest vid, bro. And Monto's super cool, man. We've had him on, Monto. We look forward to having you on again, dude. Super fun guy. And so he was giving you a shout out on that Steam Deck vid, bro. Yeah, that Steam Deck vid is popping off right now, man.
Yeah,
that video. I mean, it deserves it because it's raw, it's real. It's like it's what you really experienced with that handheld. For your first x86, it's what you really. You opened that thing up and you enjoyed it from the get-go. It took you, and in the video, you kind of went through your couple moments of growing pain as far as like getting used to the controller layout and things like that. And in there, you saw yourself progress where you became more fluid at using the controls. You got more comfortable and confident, and you were starting to run some levels on that Risk of Rain. And
yes, sir.
Video. I
got to the 5th stage.
Put it in work, dude.
Game is brutal, bro. That game is.
Oh,
brutal.
It is.
It is brutal.
It is.
So, what do you guys think about that? So, like,
no, I don't know anybody on the panel that has an INEO 3. Danny, I'm sorry, I don't. I think Jedi.
But back to that the INEO mini device, I think it's amazing that INEO has started catering to the budget market.
Right.
They should have been doing this from the begining. But I guess they're not the biggest company, but at some point they have to start making these handhelds more accessible if they want to be a real brand.
Right, and they have to cater to the entire audience. I think you're right. But even if they give us a device like this Pocket Micro Air, the Pocket Air Micro that's coming out, I can't remember the correct pronunciation of the name. If that device is half as good a quality as every other INEO device for $60, it's going to be.
I'm excited for it.
It's going to be the best device under $100. Easily.
Yeah, I'm excited for it. I will say I agree with. I don't know if you guys have gotten to watch Tech Dweeb's video. It was like this device is so good. I ran out of fireball emojis or something like that.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
I seen it.
Pocket Air Mini review, and he said something in there, and I was like, I totally agree because you guys. Well, I know you guys know, but INEO launched that Conquer line, which is their quote unquote budget line, and then they released the Conquer Fit, and then here comes their cheapest device they've ever made, and it's not under the Conquer brand; it's under the INEO brand.
That's really funny. It's really funny.
Really confusing. Really like ultra
INEO working overtime to confuse everybody.
Oh, dude, facts, bro, facts. I
That's
am
par for the
absolutely
course.
excited for it though. For the price, man. I mean, dude, it looks comfy. I mean, one thing I'll say with the INEO devices that I've had and used, they are comfortable to hold. They are very comfortable. So I'm looking forward to that. And at that price point, I mean, how could you not? Right.
Why
And
wouldn't you? Right? Why wouldn't you? Yeah, I'm excited about it. Even if that's, and I was critical of the other iNeo Androids because the iOS space was a little janky. Even if it is at that price, I don't care. You know what I mean? I don't care. I don't know.
yeah. So
Yeah,
as far as that, as Javi, you think you're gonna pick one up?
yeah, absolutely. I need to review that device. Like I
Yeah.
love
Oh yeah,
those
I agree.
handhelds that come in under $100, and every time they just kind of up the bar just a little bit. I love that. Like this looks like to me a successor to one of my favorite handhelds, which was the Retroid Pocket 2S that's now discontinued. So, you
Mhm.
know, something like this with a, what is it, 4.2 inch screen, and it's high resolution and basically has all those like premium features of like an INEO device. This is probably going to be my first INEO. You know, it's I don't know. I'm definitely excited for it.
Yeah, I'm excited too. I know Matt's
Just have to
excited.
wait 3 months to get it.
Yeah, I think Leonzio is absolutely correct. That's the INEO way. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, yeah.
3 months may be generous. To be fair, it could get lost in Bermuda or something. You'll have to take a cruise and go out there and find it for yourself.
Mhm.
like, like our
What color
buddy,
you guys
like our
feeling?
buddy, team Retro.
Oh my gosh, that poor guy. Did he ever get his
Dude.
ace? Did he ever get his ace?
I think he did. I think he did. And I think,
Okay, okay.
that's the thing, right? Look, with INEO and the holdup of how long it takes to get your devices, like by the time you get the device, it better be everything you wanted and more. Because that wait time has already soured you so bad that you'll sell it quickly if it's not. Right. So
Mhm.
happily, that was my story with the INEO 3 was like, I waited so long to get it. And for so many times, I got with Matt and with my buddy Lee and told him, like, dude, I'm about to cancel, bro. They've had me waiting forever, so many emails. And I was like, I feel like I'm going to get it and I'm just going to hate it because this whole experience has just soured my want of the device. And then I got it and it exceeded my expectations, actually. So I ended up keeping it and I really enjoy it. I love the handheld a lot, but I can say that was a horrible experience. I do not like the whole Indiegogo format of, sponsoring a device or paying for a device up front and waiting months and to get your handheld. I don't like that experience. I don't like that sales model. I think like the INEO, we give them like all this credit, like, oh, they're a small company and this and that. But dude, just manufacture some of these products first and sell them to us, and then start fulfilling or like push them back. Like, okay, if you didn't get it on the first batch, you'll get it on the second batch, but at least have a batch ready at announcement
Yeah,
because
I
it's just getting
100%
really
agree.
old, man. And maybe don't announce 12 devices at one time because then we know it's just gonna be Indiegogo campaign after Indiegogo campaign, and that's never fun. That's never a fun experience. I don't enjoy that, and I know a lot of people don't either.
Honestly, I can't tell you how many times I've heard that same thing said about INEO and the whole buying experience from them. Like, which is what's really put me off to picking one up for myself. And I mean, like something like this, like a more budget kind of handheld, I'm more comfortable like buying just because it's like less
Yeah.
Right.
risky.
Yep. Mhm.
But if I paid something like an INEO 3 price and they just kept me waiting, I'd just be like so angry during the wait, so angry.
So
Yeah.
just imagine, if all you guys know, our buddy handheld hoarder Lee, he orders them and he has the worst luck with getting these devices. He's waiting 3 months on every single one of them, and like half of them show up with issues. Like they say, oh, there's a 1 in 10 chance you're gonna get the one with this defect. No, it's an 11 and out of 10 chance for him. He's gonna get the one with the defect every time. The poor guy. So he waits months. His patience is incredible because he waits months and months and months, and he gets it, and it's something funky every time. Man. I'm just like that. That drives me nuts. I was gonna get the what is it? The Pocket DS Flip. The Pocket DS.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
one of the reasons why Javi made me think of something, they had when they announced this, they said they were already in production. Did you guys catch that? And so I'm curious to see when people are going to start getting them, to see if that's really true, if we're getting them earlier, if it's going to be a 4 or 5 month thing like with everything else. I'm curious to see. So Gamers got a good point. Gamers Generation. What's up, Gigi? The backers are now alpha testers, retail buyers are beta testers. I mean, that's pretty nuts, man.
That's the truth though. That's what it feels like. That's what it feels like, man. So, and
I feel
it seems like a lot of these companies are doing the same thing. No, it's totally cool, dude. I mean, we're here to talk and just get our ideas out about these products, and I think, to be fair, right, like Ioneo hasn't shown us anything different to not speak of them this way. I'd be happy to see a day when everything that is said about Ioneo is deserved. It's not just people just coming for them for no reason, right? Because, to be fair, I don't think there's a lot of people out there that could say like they make bad products or they're crap product. They make amazing products, very aesthetically pleasing. Their customer service sucks. Their ordering process sucks. They give you something like 7 days to report any issue with the product, and if after that they won't do anything for you, it's just, I don't know, man. It's really hard to recommend Ioneo unless you really like the device. And they make some really, really nice devices. The DMG, man, that's like a golden goose for me. I haven't picked one up yet, but I still want one. Being a vertical lover, that's the king vertical, right? And I can't with these people sometimes, man.
That's going crazy right now.
Chat makes me lose where I'm at in conversation sometimes. I have to stay away from reading chat. Yeah, so anyways, moving on from them. Look, we're coming up onto that point to where Ion, now another Ion company, the Odin guys, Ion Tech, is coming up by what the 16th was when Thors are supposed to ship.
Yep.
So hopefully we see that. Hopefully we see that shipment move. I'm excited for that to come through. From the reviews that I've been seeing from early testers, looks phenomenal, man. Looks like everything I wanted, man. Like, I'm so excited for that device, and that'll probably be like my device of the year, honestly. If it hits the way that everybody's making it seem to hit, that might be, because I thought the Flip 2, the Retroid Flip 2 was going to be my device of the year, but at that time I had no idea a Thor was coming, so
right. I get that. What's your thoughts on that one, Javier? Did you order a Thor? Are you getting one? How you feeling about that one?
I was on the fence. I was between the Thor. I was between the Pocket Fit. I wanted something with that power, and I ended up with this. So that's kind of what happened.
I mean, you can't lose with a Steam Deck. In spite of all the grief that all of us give the Steam Deck bros, you can't lose with a Steam Deck. You really can't. I mean,
for
battery
me,
life
what it could really
stuff,
play,
Right. And people talk about battery life. Every time I play my PC handhelds, I'm sitting on the couch, dude. I'm not too loud. I'm not taking my game console on a 4-wheeler and going up a mountain and trying to be like, a hillbilly in a tent. That's just not me, man. I'm a nerd, man. If I'm playing that thing, I'm near the couch. You know what I mean? So I mean, I don't worry about the battery life stuff. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, I lug around a big old battery bank power station.
You're insane. The battery bank, have you seen that thing, Javi? The one he carries is bigger than you are.
No, I haven't seen it.
He has 5 kids so that they can carry his battery bank around for him. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah. It's pretty powerful.
So are you looking forward to any of the Android devices, the Aliens or the Pocket DS? I know you said you were talking about the Pocket Fit and stuff. Are you done now that you got a Steam Deck? Are you still looking at one of those, Hobby? Or what are you looking for?
That's a difficult question for me. So, look, as far as like where Android handhelds are right now, I think that I'm good with what I have. Like, I have a Flip 2, right? I can do 16:9 stuff and most things that I want to do.
Okay.
I don't really dabble into PC emulation. I haven't got into that. My Steam Deck can run everything else. Then I have the Retroid Pocket Mini V2, which I use for like the majority of like all the low end emulation, and if I want to play like GameCube on a smaller screen type of thing. So, like, I feel like I'm good right now, but we do have some news. Like, I know Retroid recently just dropped the price on the Flip 2 and the Pocket 5. So I think Retroid Pocket 6 is like just around the corner. So I'm kind of excited to see what they give us.
I was gonna say, and I mean, I'm surprised you didn't mention that they dropped the price on your absolute favorite device too. They dropped the V2 down to
the Mini V2 went down
right?
to 180. Yeah, I just forgot to mention it.
Yeah, that's dope.
Yeah, it's even better value now. It's even better value.
It is. Heck yeah. I'm sorry. I feel like I keep derailing us and going in different directions with stuff. We were
Skulls, you're right. Good deals on the Retroids right now. Retroids are man, Retroid knocked it out of the park this year. I have to give them the credit where it's due.
Yeah,
they really did, man. Their entire lineup this year has been phenomenal. And I cannot wait to see what the next lineup is going to be, because they set a high bar. They set a high bar for a $200 device. They set a high bar. You know,
do you remember earlier in the year when Snapdragon announced the new chipsets that they had? What is it? G2 Gen 2, whatever.
G3X Gen 3, the G2X, and the whatever's in the Retroid Pocket now. I can't remember. The Retroid Classic. Yeah.
There was a lot of speculation that we were going to see the next RPs, like the RP6 or one of those chipsets. And, you know, I mean, December's like a year since we saw the RP5. I mean, you guys thinking we're going to see something like that? Or, I mean, because, oh my God, how cool would that be if we get all the stuff we gotten from Retroid earlier in the year, like, you know, with the Mini and the Flip, and then, you know, I mean, and the Classic, and then we get an RP6 with one of those chipsets. Holy cow. I mean, Javi's going to have to buy something else at that point.
I think, look, this generation of Retroids was really felt like
Hey, Javi, read Leonzio's message out loud.
Oh my Lord.
Read it out loud for those listening in on audio.
Oh my God, you guys are
Retroid is just like, hold my chopstick, 3-screen device.
Dude,
you guys are insane.
Dude,
I think it was a smart move for Retroid, right? Like, they dropped the price of the Flip 2 and the Retroid Pocket 5 to give more of a price gap between the Thor, because the Thor is incredible value at $249 or $250.
Man,
right, for the 865. So now there's a wider gap, and it makes more sense if you're trying to save even more money to pick up the Flip 2, because the Flip 2 was really good at $230. So I mean, but
hey, really quick, I want to answer this. Skulls says, so when do you think the Odin 3 will ship? I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. If we look at the portal and when the portal went up, it was like November last year, and people didn't start receiving them till January, February.
Yep.
I would look at something like that, dude. Like, I would think like the Odin 3s, you're not gonna see them for, I think they said November, and I think we'll probably still see again. It'll be the same thing. They'll say November,
first quarter 2026. Yep.
It'll be pushed out till January, something like that.
Yep. Yeah. I think we all order our portals like on launch day. I know I did, and I mean, it was end of October, beginning of November, and I mean, I didn't get mine until almost February. That was which stunk, but yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, we'll see. Hopefully, I mean, we can all hope for the best. We can all hope that they send them out, you know, in November. That would be phenomenal. I mean, I don't think any of us here are against that. We'd all be for it. It's just about not getting your hopes up, you know, because you get your hopes up and then you're just stuck here waiting. So we'll see. We'll see when they come.
I agree. We're going to see what's going on there. You guys want to talk about this, the topic of the show? I think it's I have completely different. So for the longest time,
you mean, do I want to roast Javi?
Yes.
Oh,
sure. Javi has been telling us that. So Michael,
look at Javi, he's getting ready. He's like
from Retro Lunch.
I'm about to cook right now.
makes fun of us. It says that our favorite game to play is the File Manager, right? So Javi's opinion is different. Javi says, no. When you set up a new device, you only need like 20 games. And I was like, so I want to talk about that. Like, we talked about the potential of, do we need a curated list of games for when we set up devices? Maybe. Well, okay. So spit your game on that, Javi, because I have questions and pushback. So tell us your theory on the curated games list.
I think it comes back to time to game, right? Like, I don't want to play Doom Scroll on my handheld. I want to get to my game and just start gaming. Like, it's nice to have the game on the device, but at the same time, it becomes distracting because mentally in your head, you're always thinking like, you're playing a game. You're like, but I could be playing another game. And then you never give that game the time you would have given it. Just like when you had games back in the day, right? You maybe had 3 games at a time or something, or 2 games at a time before buying another one. I don't know how spoiled you guys were, but it's like I try to recreate that same experience of how I experienced games as a kid. Like, I'd get a few games and then I put a lot of time into one. I tried the other one. If it was my vibe, I'd try it, or if I'm in the mood for the other one, like I got tired of one, I'd move to the next, but I wouldn't divide my attention too much with way too many games. So just for like my own sanity, right? Like, I think when I'm setting up a new device, I'd rather be very selective on which games I want to play and which games I want to put on this device and which games I plan to play on this device and how I plan to enjoy this device, versus just adding everything in my ROM collection, just throwing everything on there. It takes forever to scrape. It takes forever to get to my game and favorite it. And it just seems like a mess and too much. And then guess what? At the end of the day, you're never going to play that 10,000 games you put on the SD card. And it's just wasted space. So that's my take, but I know I'm not right. Okay. But it's my opinion. It's my opinion. So
I love it. I love it. But to your point, I will put the 10,000 games on a system, and then I'm 9 out of 10 times, if it's a retro system, I'm going to go to Alien Hominid or Super Metroid, right, to save games to play over and over again. Or if it's, an arcade, I'm going to go to a Street Fighter game or some kind of Metal Slug or something. That being said, I still need those 10,000 ROMs on my device. I just can't. I get it, man, and I don't know. I just can't function like that. I don't even think I have a card that's. I would have to put 20 games on a 512 card. I'm like, that just doesn't seem right to me. You know what I mean? I don't know. What are you thinking? How you feel about this, Too Loud? I can see you biting at your lip.
Well, for one, I want to say, for you specifically, for Jedi, I think you need to take on Javi's idea because of the revolving door, bro. Honest, dude, like just add it, and this is all love, bro. Because
I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what revolving door. I only have regular doors in my house. What are you talking about?
Well, the idea that you, my friend, you spend so much time setting up devices, and you play with them for a little bit, and you're like, this one's not really for me. So it's like, really, I think like you can figure that out with a curated ROMs list. Like, you don't need to load your entire library on there to figure that out. You could literally load bro. I think you could work with an 8 gig card. Like, I think you'll figure it out. And I think, and it's nothing against you, right? I think we all like. There's a reason it's become a big thing in the community, the revolving door. And I don't think it's really talked about, but right. Like a lot of us, we buy handhelds as they come out and we sell them as another one comes out and we buy the next one. And we just keep doing this over and over. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with it because I do it too. I think the reason we do it,
you guys do that. I don't
because
do that.
Like I have a feeling like we're looking for the perfect handheld for us. And the perfect handheld for me is not going to be the perfect handheld for you, and your perfect handheld is not going to be the perfect handheld for Javi, and that's okay. And I think we just like to try new stuff, right? We're very spoiled. We're very spoiled. We like to try the latest and greatest. And but I think there is some. I wouldn't say you're wrong, Javi, because there is validity to it. I give you a lot of. Where are we at? 44 minutes. I give you a lot of shit about your list.
I had to check the times.
Yeah, I did. I give you a lot of shit about it, but to be fair, I see the validity of it. I truly do. I on the other hand won't do that because when I pick up a handheld, I want everything that I have on there. I don't want to like realize like, oh crap, I want to play such and such game. Let me go connect my device to the computer and download it. Like, no, I'd rather just one and done. I'm done. Everything's here. If it pops up in here randomly, it's ready to go. You know, so for me, that's how I prefer it. But I think there is absolute validity to what you're saying because, like, it's like Netflix, right? Like, there's a lot of times when I'm like, hey, babe, let's watch Netflix. We'll sit down and we'll watch trailers, and that's our Netflix. We've spent 2 hours watching trailers of shows on Netflix.
That is awesome.
You know, like just trying to figure out what we're gonna watch. You know, and just adding things to the list, add it to my list, you know, and it's like, dude. So we actually, me and my wife, we started to where like, let's not watch trailers. Like, let's just pick one. Like, because you don't get to it, dude. And so I see the reason why you do that, Javi, actually. Like I said, it's not for me because I'm just a stubborn dog, but there is a reason for it, and it makes sense, right? I'll probably get through more of my games if I did that. But I agree, like, and it makes it easy, right? Like if you have a set batch, actually, me and Javi did this like a year ago. Like it wasn't a 20 ROM list. I think it was. Yeah, I think it was like we did like a 64 gig card or something.
I remember that. Yeah.
Oh yeah. We did a 64. Yeah.
Me and Javi sat around for days and literally just like went through lists. Like, all right, let's pick 50 from each system, and like we'll add them, and we're just like, okay, that's perfect. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect. To where we made a 64 gig card, and it was like all bangers. It was all bangers, and you know, being able to just load that onto a card really quick made it really convenient. Because before what I would do is I would go open up the NES folder, grab out whatever games I want from here, do it all manually, just boom, boom, boom. To where now I have this curated list and I have it in a folder called curated list. I can just grab that, throw it into an SD card and move along. So I do see the reason for a curated list. It makes it a lot more simple to get what you want onto your card without having to fish around and without having to like load freaking 128 gigs or 256 gigs of games mapped every time. But I think it's a cool idea.
I'm just not wired that way. I don't care if I'm never gonna play that Atari 2600 game or those Wonder Swan color games or the Neo Geo Pocket games. I still gotta have them on my device. I just have to. I don't know why. It's just how I'm wired. I just can't. And I don't know. I think the smallest card I've ever made was a 128 card. I have a couple. I tried that because you guys got me in the 64 gig card thing for a little bit, and I still, because then I can't put enough PlayStation games on it and stuff. And you know, those PlayStation games I'm probably never gonna play because on PlayStation I play like the same like 5 or 6 games, but that's it. I don't know. What's your favorite PlayStation game? PS1 game. It's not Symphony of the Night. You can't pick Symphony of the Night. That's what everybody picks.
Symphony of the Night.
You suck. Javi?
No, my favorite PlayStation 1 game is actually Mega Man Legends. That's my favorite.
Fair enough. What about you, Javi?
Probably Crash Team Racing.
Crash Team Racing is dope. How do you compare Crash Team Racing to Sonic Rush? If you guys don't know, Javi's an insane Sonic fan. So Sonic Rush versus, is it Sonic Rush or Sonic Rush? Sonic Rush versus Crash Team Racing.
Well, that's not PS1.
No, I'm just saying in general.
I mean, look at I guess it reminds me of like Mario Kart. That's why I love kart racers. So, yeah.
Very fair. Very fair. Sorry, but yeah. So I'm not wired that way. I gotta have everything, because if I get a bug in my butt to play something random, I need it. I don't want to go look for it. He's 100% right on that. So, and yes, Javi, I don't agree. You are wrong, sir. You are wrong.
What is Sonic Crossroads? That doesn't sound familiar to me.
Is that the new one?
What that is?
Wait, what is Sonic? No,
Is
the
that
new
a
one is
ROM
Pac-Man
hack?
Worlds.
Hold on, Skulls. Now you got us all trying to figure this out. All three of us are Googling it at the same time.
Yeah, that's funny. Yes, it's a new Sonic game. Oh, that's the one, the Pac-Man racing game, right? The Pac-Man Cross Worlds or Crossroads? Isn't it Cross Worlds?
Oh, Cross Worlds. Sonic Crossroads
Yeah,
refers to the racing video game Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, released on September 25th, 2025.
Yeah, it's like they integrated the Sonic with that Pac-Man World Racer thing. It's supposed to be dope.
Yeah, I'll probably pick it up on Steam at some point. It'll be fun to check out.
I wonder if it's crossplay. That would be awesome, dude. I'd like to pick it up for. I think I'll pick it up for Switch too. I'm trying to grow my collection for Switch. So,
you said something. You talk about the revolving door handhelds. I feel like that was directed at me. You guys don't have any comments about the revolving door handhelds? Because Too Loud is projecting, because Too Loud has as many, probably more handhelds than I do. So I don't know what he's talking about.
Well, I didn't say I'm not guilty of also
just
having a revolving door. I would never say that. I'm absolutely guilty. I think a lot of us are, but yeah, I mean, it's not like I'm not like saying, hey, it's an issue. It probably is an issue, right? But I'll lie to myself and tell myself it's not an issue because I'm going to keep doing it. And
I think it's fun to check out the latest tech, It
is.
Yeah,
it is. And that's what I was trying to look for, a way to say that makes you sound sophisticated, but I couldn't figure it out. So that works.
That's a good word out of your mouth, bro.
Yeah. The truth is, it's just fun to try the new tech, right? It's fun to check it out. It's fun to see what there is. And also too, like I have certain handhelds that are like in the hierarchy of handhelds for me. Right. And like one is like the Retroid Classic. I really love that vertical handheld with the AMOLED screen. Absolutely gorgeous. I love it. Miyoo Mini. I love it. Anbernic 353P. I love it. Yep. Legion Go. I love it. And I'm always looking to see if there's another device around the corner that will knock one of those off the shelf. I'm always looking to see, because I would love to see it. And that's why I give devices like the Trim UI Brick a try, the Pixel a try, because I want to see if they'll dethrone the Miyoo. I know once I get the DMG, it will dethrone the Classic, right? The Classic I'll probably use way less. So yeah, I just want to give other stuff a try, but there is a revolving door, and at some point, I mean, dude, I blame it on being a content creator, right? But there's a lot of people in this space who are not content creators and also do the same thing. So I think that's just like something I say so that my wife doesn't kick me out of the bed at night.
Yeah. It's a go-to excuse for why there's more handhelds in the house.
Oh my gosh. Dude. I've learned that this is quite possibly the worst hobby to be in if you're impulsive. Because it's I'm sure somebody's gonna have something to say, because I'm pretty impulsive, and we've talked about this before. Everything to me, every new handheld to me is shiny, and I'm like excited about it. I'm like, it's shiny, I gotta have it. You know what I mean? So And honestly, you guys are to blame for that, because you guys got me into all this e-waste stuff that I'm looking at, piles and piles of it that I'm excited about.
Hey, bro, there's some gems in that e-waste, bro. There are some gems in the e-waste, my boy. Actually, really quick before we get too into the weeds. Pinto bands, old black bands, old black bands, pinto bands, old black bands, old. So every week we ask our guests, what is their preference? You can only choose one: pinto beans or black beans. Sir Hobby, you muted your mic, by the way.
No, I muted him because I know what his answer is already.
Oh, you're a jerk! Oh no! Oh, you're an absolute savage. You are a savage, bro.
Black beans, no question about it.
Oh my god!
Oh, that's why he muted you.
All right, so he told me ahead of time what he was gonna say, so I muted him because I knew it was coming.
You're a jerk. Oh my goodness, dude. Yeah, that's great.
I'm not gonna lie.
Black
some people
beans.
can really cook some pinto beans. Some people can really get down and cook some pinto beans, but
You can't
me,
come back.
it's black beans all day.
Oh my gosh!
I don't think he was trying to make a comeback. I think he was trying to make you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Nah.
But well, I think when he said some people could cook pinto beans, I don't think he was talking about you. I don't think he was referring to you at all.
That's fair. I don't cook nowhere near as good as my wife does. So, that's funny. I kind of. What do you guys want to talk about? There's a couple of really cool topics that we.
I wanted to comment on the revolving door. I think there is a bit of like an insanity in. We keep buying the next handheld, but technically they can all play the same thing, right? Like,
right.
All these handhelds basically do the same thing.
How
right?
dare you guys?
For the most part.
How dare you guys?
There is. We can't lie. There's a. yo, he checked out.
He left. He's like, I'm done.
All right.
Bro,
you took my heart and you did this to it.
It is. It's the truth. It's the truth. There is a bit of an insanity to it. Like, there's all these handhelds can play the same thing for the most part. Obviously, there's levels. Like, there's some handhelds that can play PS2 and GameCube, and there's some handhelds that can only do Gen 5, and and then there's the weaker handhelds that can only play PS1 and under. Right? That's kind of the the tiers and stuff. But for the most part, they do the same thing. To me, it's only getting exciting when you start seeing companies doing stuff different. Like stuff with the Thor, that's cool, that's different. It's like, okay, we have a second screen, we can utilize it for a bunch of different things. You can have guides on one screen, you can do Wii U with the second screen, and
Magic X has been knocking out of the park, dude.
Yeah,
Magic X with their innovation, like trying to bring something different to the table as far as form factor and things like that. That's the stuff that gets me going now. It's like I want to see something different, right? I'm so tired of just copy paste. Just let me see something different, man. Like, I think we got 74 different flavors of H700 devices at this point.
Yeah, it's like 76, buddy.
Yeah, so it's like I like to see like companies like you said with the Thor, like. Look at that. That's a nice device, dude, and it's gonna bring something different. It's gonna be like, yes, another company came with another DS device, dual screen, which I was gonna get prior to the Thor's release. But once I saw the Thor coming, I was like, dude, I've never had issues with AN. I've never had issues with Odin. Like I'm better off just getting the Odin, and I feel like I'm going to be happy I did, because it seems like they got a lot of the software kinks worked out with the dual screens and things like that. So, but I agree with you, Javi. It's definitely, it becomes a little bit hard to get excited for more of the same, right? Do you feel like that? Like when you're reviewing products, like, and you're like, oh, dude, like, how do I frame this? Like, how do I, like, it's just a copy pasta.
It really, I think one of the biggest culprits in what you're saying right now is Anbernic. I think they did honestly, I feel like they did damage flooding the market with so many of the same kind of handheld, where like it was starting to get stale, and like I feel like that's not really good for the hobby. I feel like we should have nice release, but have time between those releases. That way people have time to get them and enjoy them and talk about them, and then move on to the next thing so they can enjoy that, and have that like it can be a revolving door, but like a slower, let people get the handheld and let it marinate, you know what I mean, type of thing, I guess.
I just wanted to make it known I had to mute Jedi. I think he's having a spicy pillow over there. I hear like some going on. So if he loses signal on his camera, you guys know why. It's probably a Pow Kitty.
That wasn't me.
What in the world is Jedi doing?
That wasn't me.
Yeah.
That wasn't me.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, dude, and I'm not saying like I'm not happy to be in this space. I'm not happy to mess with devices. I love them, man. I love them, but it's just like, my wife asked me this before and was like, doesn't that do the same thing as the other one? I'm like, yeah, but it's like
time.
It's different, but is it really, right? And I think to me, and I'll admit something that I said this to Javi over a year ago, is that the more exciting part and the part that I think is going to take over in this space is Android devices. And we're starting to see them come flooding the market, like Android devices left and right, like that Pocket Air Mini we were talking about earlier. Look at the price on that thing. Look at what you can do on it. Look at how much like utility it has, where you can multitask and do different things on it. It's not just a retro emulation device. You can play Android games. You can easily do your Moonlight or your streaming. You could watch YouTube on it. You could watch this podcast on it, which I recommend you do. You should watch this podcast or play retro and or digital Jedi gaming. You could watch that stuff on YouTube on your handheld with an Android, which is phenomenal.
While you're gaming, which is pretty amazing.
Yeah,
right?
like that to me is that's the future. Joining a Discord with your buddies, talking, chopping it up
at the same time.
Right? Yeah, dude, it's awesome, man. It's awesome. So I'm really excited to, and actually I think I kind of rolling into the thunder of my boy Javi's question of the day, which if you would like to enlighten the audience with that question, sir.
Question of the day is what do you guys believe is
wait, Javi, we're stealing Jedi's thunder here. Hold on.
Whoa. I spent hours on this.
Well, you're back there playing Pokemon, and we don't know what you're doing anymore. You got your spicy pillow with your fire hydrant hose, like you're trying to spray out.
Javi was talking about like playing the same game on the same device, playing the same game on different.
It's called a transition, now. Brother.
I'm just trying to look at all my different devices that I've
see. You see what he's doing. You see what you see what this guy is doing. Like,
speaking of transitions, how about this? What you doing, bro? Oh, you want to see what I was doing? So
I was going to show the audience what you were over here doing. So probably playing File Manager. I see what you're doing here. We're gonna come back to this. We're gonna come back to this. Yeah. Okay. I see what you're doing.
Hold on. Here we go.
It's time for Javi's question of the day. Javi's question of the day.
That was nice.
See? I spent days on that.
That was worth the wait.
I spent days on that, and you guys ruined it.
That was worth the wait.
It's
okay. Question of the day is: what do you guys believe is the future of handheld gaming?
Too loud. Did you just answer the question of the day before he asked it? You jerk. He did. I think the future.
It was not intentional. It wasn't intentional. We were just talking about devices, revolving door, and it just happened. So I just want to say,
I think Too Loud is 100% correct because, and I think there's a specific thing. It's not just Android gaming. I think because we're always on the go, we're always moving, we're always busy, right? That's just how we are. I think multi-screen Android gaming is going to be much bigger than people were anticipating, and not just for DS or 3DS. I think for, I don't want to say productivity, but productivity, like the idea of gaming on a handheld and being, because it's me, having a walkthrough guide on the second screen, playing a game and having a walkthrough guide on the second screen, or looking at Discord.
Now you sound like Javi. Javi will have a manual on the other side.
Yeah, okay. That's next
Yo,
level.
that's crazy
Yeah.
useful. Come on, guys.
So I'm gonna tell you, I was into that. Javi had me into that, where I did when I scraped games and I scraped the manual. So I started paying attention to how much freaking space those manuals take, man. Then I was out, man.
But
I
they're
was
so
out.
fire, dude.
So for a while, because it is dope to be able to pull up an OG manual, and then I was like, oh my god, why do I have no space after almost no games on here? Yeah, right. So, yeah. So I like that. I do like that idea, but I also like like being able to game and have Discord up to maybe get something on the secondhand market for my next impulse buy, or checking email in the middle of a game, or YouTube or something. I love that. I really love that. So I think
That sounds so accurate. That sounds
yeah,
so accurate.
so I think the immediate future of handheld gaming is definitely going to be Android and Android dual screen. I think it's going to be a pretty big deal. I think it's going to be pretty awesome. I'm excited for it. I'm really excited for it. So,
Well, can I double back on my answer then, since I accidentally answered prior? I'm not gonna just
Change your answer.
reignite that fire. Well, no, I want to elaborate on that answer.
Okay.
There was something that was asked a while back on this show, and it was like, what would your your end game handheld be? And my answer was, I think it would be, and I'm about to steal a little bit of your thunder. I know it, but this is a truthful answer, and I don't want you to think that, I came up with this on the fly because I know what you're going to say. This was really my dream handheld, was a device that I can have that is ARM based, but I would like it to be Android and Windows dual boot. I would like it to dual boot between the two OSs. Something with like a Snapdragon processor, like a Snapdragon X Elite, something like that, where I could dual boot between the two. I could get the best of Windows and PC gaming, but also Android and emulation on one device. I think that is the future of handheld gaming. It's like a dual booting Android / Windows machine. So
interesting.
That's my answer, and I know it's going to take a while for ARM to get where it needs to be, but
yeah, I 100% agree to an extent. I don't know about dual boot. I think dual boot is cool, but I like the simplicity of having just one OS. But what I will say is I can't wait for Steam to come to ARM. Like Steam on ARM, it's already on on Apple products, but to have it like really, really far along where we can put it on basically like an Android style device, like one of these Android handhelds. And I think that's going to be crazy.
So you're talking about Steam as in Steam, like a Steam app, or are you talking about like Steam OS on an ARM device?
No, like the Steam app, like games running on Steam native.
Okay. Right. Okay. That's all right. That's kind of
like, I mean, Steam awesome. Steam games running on ARM architecture.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it makes 100%.
So are you saying like a Game Hub, or like what the Skulls playlist is talking about, like a Game Hub or a
official from Valve
type experience, or okay,
like a Steam application you can play games on Android, and it works, and it works like out of the box, and the you can set the Steam to be your default launcher on one of these handhelds. Imagine that.
That's
okay. That would be pretty awesome. I mean, Michael Benny says Proton on Android. If that were true, you'd see prototypes of Proton already. That would be awesome. Like to have Proton, because I believe, and I'm not like that technically savvy when it comes to like the architecture of operating systems, but I think Android is built on a Linux kernel. If I'm correct, I believe it's built on a Linux kernel. So maybe we can, and if somebody in the chat knows better than me, please correct me, but maybe we can see something like that in the future, like Proton support for Android. And I think that would take us a long way, because if we look at what Proton's doing on Steam OS, like man, look at how many games have become like playable on Linux, where just a couple of years ago Linux was not a viable option for PC gaming. It was not. Like and Steam and Proton have completely transformed that space. So that would be really, really cool to see. Honestly, I agree. I think that would be really cool. I think ARM comes with a lot of
Benefits.
benefits. Yes,
Yep.
and especially battery life, power
Yo.
consumption.
Oh my God.
Standby.
Efficiency.
Yeah, like
Unbelievable efficiency.
oh my goodness, dude. Oh my goodness. So I think yeah, I agree with you. Skulls. I see what you're saying there. Um, and I get it. And that's why I
Yep,
say
I
like
agree with you, Skulls.
I'm
Yep.
still a Windows gamer mainly just because of anti-cheat. I do enjoy my Call of Duties or my Battlefields. I mean, come on, Battlefield 6 comes out what tomorrow?
Tomorrow. Yep. Tomorrow.
I'm absolutely looking forward to that. And no, we can't play that on Steam OS, but I do have hopes that Valve can get into works with these anti-cheat companies. I mean, it's been years, man, and I've been hoping and I haven't seen anything yet. And maybe I'm just hoping for something that will never be achieved. But if it could be, that would be really nice because something that me and Javi and me and Jedi have talked about this more so in the past, but me and Javi were just speaking about it today. Is what's nice with Steam OS and with like the Steam Deck, for instance, in comparison to a Windows handheld, is time to game. Like just being able to get into your game and just play it, and hit that power button, hibernate the device, hit that power button again in an hour or two, and be right back where you left off. You can't do that on a Windows device. I can't tell you how many times I hit the power button and my thing actually turns off. And I have it set to hibernate when I hit the power button, and it actually turns off. To where later on, when I go to turn it back on, when I go to turn on the screen, I'm literally booting the device back up, and that's not a great experience for a handheld, especially for us who come from actual handhelds like Game Boys and you know even retro emulators like Miyoo. Like Miyoo is one of my big ones, right? I love the fact that what Onion has done with Miyoo, being able to just hit that power button and make a save state, power off, hit that power button again later, today, tomorrow, next week, and it literally brings me right back into my save state where I left off. I love that. I cannot. That's one of the biggest reasons why I can't get away from Miyoo is just because it's so convenient. And Windows still doesn't offer that, and even with the Xbox Allies, it's still not going to offer that. So I maybe with the cheaper one, because from what the Fox was saying when we had him on not that long ago, was like they have two different hibernate features. Like one is using an older
forgot
sleep
he was
function.
talking about that. That's right. I forgot he talked about that.
One is using the older, better sleep function, and then the Xbox Ally X was using that newer sleep function. That's more. It doesn't really work properly. Like you're not getting right back into your game. It's more like a full sleep function. So yeah, hit a safe state. Yeah, no, safe states are great, and that's one of the best things about emulation, where you can't get that on a corpo system. You're not safe stating on your Xbox and your actual official Game Boys. Safe states are so good, and so is the podcast. Just saying.
Yeah. Yeah, especially like if you're a busy person, and you can't just like turn off a game on a regular corporate device. You have to take a moment to find a spot to save, and then you can shut it off, and it's just not that convenient. Versus just
the developer chooses where you get to save, right? Like
right,
yeah.
Oh, not with retro emulation, dude.
No, sir. Save states, fast forwarding, and some of these ones, like, you go RetroArch, it's all to auto load and auto save state. You can't do that on Corpos. You can't do that on Windows. There's stuff there that's for those of you guys like our buddy GG from Gamers Generation here. He can't play a game without using cheats, right? So emulators, you can load cheats without, you see? Don't need save states with God mode. You see, he's perfect that way. He can automatically load cheats on emulators where he can't do it on Windows.
Wait a minute, Jedi. I don't think he's talking about himself.
Looks like Too Loud's having some technical difficulties there, and so he's got some issues, and looks like he's having some technical difficulties. But he'll be right back. Don't worry about it, sir.
You're a jerk. You're a jerk. I just want to make that clear. Pretty sure GG's talking about you. Oh man.
Oh my
So
god,
actually,
that was so good.
I wanna do a quick transition because I saw you were setting up your desk there.
I know what you're talking
if you
about.
wanna
I know what you're talking about.
if you want to bring us back into that desk of e-waste you had going on there, we
So
can have a little conversation here.
yeah, so we got to
Because-
talking yesterday. Was it yesterday or the day before we were talking about this hobby? About all
What?
the
Day before.
Oh,
was
how
the
many
game console
variants?
devices.
Game
The game
Consui,
console
they're
devices,
going
yeah.
crazy with the variants, bro. They go-
Yeah, and the difference in the different ones, and like remember we were talking specifically about the R36T, and okay, so this all segues right from the R36S, right, which is like the OG. You know, this is the ultimate budget console. Let's talk about
And really quick, actually, probably the most popular video on your channel, right, Javi?
both of you
R36S.
guys.
Surprisingly, it is. Yes, and
Isn't it the most popular on both of you guys' channels?
Yeah,
Yours too, Pilar.
I was gonna say that next, but you already spilled the beans. But
Whatever. You stole my
yeah.
you stole my question. I'm not talking to you.
So yeah, and actually, you know, I don't want to toot my own horn here, but hey, Javi, so when you were deciding on getting an R36S, you know, who was that YouTuber you were writing, dude? Like, I feel like something in the past, like a good almost 2 years ago now, dude. Like you were writing somebody about, you know, R36S versus 353V or something, right?
Yeah, I watched this guy. Yeah,
Who was that, dude?
he goes by Too Loud. I don't know if you know him.
No, but dude,
I was curious about the device,
you know.
and you made it look so good. Like you made the device look so good in comparison to a device that was like 3 times as much.
Yeah,
and you know, did you guys know the R it stands for revolutionary in R36S?
Yeah, duh. No,
Well,
no, I didn't.
No, but
I
you
did
know,
not.
obviously the reason the R36S was so successful is because it had that chip, the 3326, which was at the time like a $90 device chip, and they put it into something that was like $30, $40, which was crazy.
Dude. And then that operating system, that Arc OS, you know, that Arc OS support for them. Look at this beauty. Look at this beauty right here, dude.
Oh, nice.
R36S in a tuxedo, bro. Like,
oh, damn.
Okay, so, you know, my boy Matt, since he's not here to defend himself, he lost connection. I just got a message from him. Now I want to go ahead and just spill the beans. So that guy Matt, man, that's first of all, dude, we do this beans of the week thing every week, man, and he just can't understand that his beans suck, right? And that only people with no taste buds enjoy them, and it really gets him roused up, you know. And let me not take too many shots at my boy. So he was actually getting all these R36s, and he has. I'm going to give Matt credit here. Matt has the biggest game. I still call them game consui. So for those of us who are around in the early days of the R36S, remember this, Javi. I actually regret you convinced me to do this, and I regret doing it. Like I regret peeling the sticker off the back of my device. And at the time, I thought it was really cool because, like, you peel the sticker off, you get to see the chipset, and it looks really beautiful.
It looks awesome.
So it looked cool, but there was a misprint on the stickers when these things first came out, and it said Game Consui. So forever now, they will always be named Game Consui to me. So the Game Consui devices have come so far, and Matt is the person that I know that has like the biggest collection of Game Consui devices. You guys see, I customized my buttons on mine. This is like I started my channel with this device. It'll never leave my collection. It's just a phenomenal product for the money. And I remember back when I first got into reviewing the R36S, I literally only bought it because one, I love verticals. Two, it looked like a lot like the 353V. And three, there were so many people crapping on it, dude. Like everybody was like, "Oh, it's a cheap knockoff. It's a clone of a clone, and this and that." I'm sure you remember that, Javi. Like all the reviewers were like, "It's so clicky and it's so bad and all this stuff." And I was like, "I gotta try it, man." And then when I got it in my hands, I was like, "Dude, this device is actually not bad at all. Like this device, like I don't like. Yeah, the buttons are clicky. I'm a keyboard gamer, mouse and keyboard gamer with a mechanical keyboard. This doesn't bother me at all. Like I don't notice this. I'm not sitting here focused when I'm playing the game. I am submerged, right? Like I'm so far into that game that I don't notice those sounds anymore. And so and then the price point, right? The price point at which these things came in, unbeatable, bro. Like it was crazy. It was crazy. And I remember you asking me like, why do you prefer the 36 over the 353? And I was like, to be honest, it's because of the price, dude. Like if I break it, if I lose it, if something happens to it, I don't give a crap. I can replace it in an instant, right? In comparison to where like my 353 at that time, I paid $120 for that thing. I was like, this is a big difference compared to a $30 handheld. And I was able to play 98% of what I was able to play on the 353 minus the Android stuff because the 353V was dual boot. So I thought that was really cool. And I think there is a big space for like budget handhelds like this, as we saw from like the viewership of our videos of R36, right? Like here in the United States, we're very lucky. We're very fortunate. Even now, right now, with inflation and everything being the way that it is, we're still very blessed to be here in this country. Because a lot of people in other countries, like they're working their tails off just to be able to afford a game console. So I think this is more universal, like devices like this. That's why I think also the Neo Pocket Air Mini is gonna be a hit. That thing is going to be a hit because it's in that budget. The devices under 100, they move and they get good views, and this just happens to be one of them. I think my boy Matt is back. Let's see. Hey Matt, are you with us?
Yes, sir. My internet dropped.
Okay.
I apologize for that, gentlemen.
Man, I'll tell you what, dude. My boy, I had to slow him down, but my boy Javi took shots at you while you were gone. I was like, "Hey, dude, you can't do that just because he dropped out." He was like, "This is my chance. This is my moment. I'm gonna go ahead and talk some shit about Jedi."
Haters gonna hate, bro. Haters gonna hate. I got better hair. I'm better looking. I mean, what hair I got left is better. Haters gonna hate.
Dude.
Sorry about that.
So, no, all good. We spoke about the R36s for a few minutes here while you were gone. I also did mention, like, out of the game consui company, which is what I still call them, that you're the person that I know that has the biggest collection of game consui devices. And you really stand by their products. You faithfully order them, usually at release. And no, I'm not roasting you or anything here because they genuinely
I've bought every single one of them. I've bought every single one of them, and the only one that I actually genuinely didn't like was the R40.
Yeah, the R40. Okay, do you have the R40 still or no?
No.
Okay. And what was
anyone I've sold?
Can we get that other camera shot so that we can see your collection of game consoles? What was the major drawback on the R40 that had you like, you were ready to just get rid of it?
It just was not. It was just not a good. It's just not well built. Just not a great experience. It was a 1x1. It was square. It was a direct clone of the RGB30. I got one of the ones where the right trigger just didn't work on it, and it just like the D-pad was like I had immediately had to take it apart and loosen the screw on the back of the behind the D-pad because you couldn't even move the D-pad. It was just really poorly done. It was an awful experience. I think I almost had to pay somebody to take it off my hand. 1x1 devices. This is the R46. This has been my favorite. It's it's a 3326. I mean, it's a 3566. It's got Wi-Fi in it. It's got a little bit of bump out in it. I know this one got some flack too, but I really enjoy this one. It's got Rocknix on it. I mean, I just really enjoyed this device for.
I like the aesthetic of it. I like how it has like wings.
Yeah,
it looks very
It's
ergonomic.
horizontal. It's comfortable. I really enjoyed it. I have RGB 30. I find this to be way more comfortable. And I enjoy it. This is my favorite 1x1 still, even with the fancy ones on it. But the R40, it just, I don't know, man. It was just the quality of the device. It felt just like the RGB 30, but it just wasn't there. And it just wasn't. But for me, this all started with this is my original R36. This is my original R36S. And it just recently died. And I was gonna get another purple one. I got one of these on secondhand market for dirt cheap. I'm actually gonna go through the time to gut this and put it in this shell because this is nostalgia for me. These are the first set of 3D buttons I designed and built. Yeah.
Well, first I wanted to touch on that. So remember Matt was saying back in the beginning, in the early days of Retro City, I asked him for some print files. These actually are the print files that I asked Matt for when I originally met him. As you see, I did mine in gold. He did his in green. And these are the print files. So that's a funny little piece of history. Also, too, what I say is funny about you mentioning that is that my R36S original, as you see here, I'll show you guys something, has no battery. Oh, no, I took the battery out of the white one. Okay.
That's right. You got a white one too, yeah.
I got a spicy pillow. Yeah, I got a spicy pillow in it. And I think it was because of my move, and I left it in the garage for a while after moving, and it didn't hold. But it's not a big deal when it's these cheap handhelds, right? Like that's not a
$30, right? You lose it, $30, so what?
You'll always have a place on my shelf.
And they've kind of, to Javi's point, they have, what's the word I'm looking for? Progressed, or just the progression from the R36S to where they made a mistake with the R40. Then they did the R46, which is really good. Or the R46, which is really good. Then they did the R36H, which really cool. I just not a fan.
Damn it, Javi.
You
yawned and that thing like just freaking came after me. I was like, dang it, dude.
Sorry, bro. It's 10 o'clock over here.
Oh god. This thing is a 3326 with a stick on top. That just didn't work for me. You know what I mean? This is the D-pad gaming device, right? I'd like to see one of these horizontals even without a stick, and then they did there's another variant that came out, the 36 plus, which is like a 1x1. It's really just wonky. So I look at these and I'm instantly thinking Pico 8, but this thing doesn't have Wi-Fi. So there's no native.
So really quick, I wanted to make a mention to Javi's favorite Game Consui device. Hey, do you still have the one with the soccer ball, bro?
The Max?
I do have it. Hold on, give me a second.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is Javi's favorite Game Consui device. And oh, dude, this thing is like your FIFA machine. Like those of you into FIFA, it is a dedicated FIFA machine, dude. Like, so I think that Game Consui has a little bit of fun with their handhelds, because they tend to do some kind of wonky stuff here and there and have a little bit of fun. Look at that bad boy.
Hold on. Look at put in the right lighting.
Look at that.
With the soccer ball.
Move you over.
The spins, soccer ball, the pivot.
You guys see the field goal right here?
Yeah, the field goal. This is crazy.
Wait, look, it has heart. Look, the star and select buttons are hearts. Okay.
Wow.
We got square action buttons. Why? I don't know.
Wow.
We got a big old booty on the
rear. Man, that thing.
That is a beast, man. Yeah. How does that thing feel? It's awful.
It feels okay. It's
awful. You're so nice.
I'm being nice. The triggers are terrible. It feels kind of top heavy. I mean, the joysticks feel good, but it's definitely not. I don't know. The R36S felt so much better in my hands.
Yeah.
Than this one. Yeah.
You play FIFA on there?
You play FIFA there. Oh my god.
I barely touch this thing, to be honest.
Okay, okay.
There's
Okay.
a joy to seeing what these things can do. I mean, just let me. So okay, so I want to touch base on this one. This is another one. This is a game console. It's not an R device. It's an XF. What is it, like an XF35H or something? It's a so game console. Game console is like open source, right? So there's a bunch of different ones that have come up under this brand. This one's really cool because it's emulate and it's got uniqueness, but it feels really good. My only drawback to this thing is that LED is right in the middle there, and that thing is like blinding. Like you can't use this in bed.
Yeah, I
That
wouldn't
LED
like
is
that.
like
Yeah.
set to like 100, like retina burning brightness all the time. So, but
Yeah.
there's different transistors. So this is right now. This is my current favorite. It's the R46H. Okay, so this is a 4-inch. It's an R36S with a 3326, but it's got a 4-inch screen and it's got a 1024 by 768 resolution on a 4-inch screen.
Oh,
This thing is
nice.
30, and it's $35.
Sweet.
It's
Hey, is that the
$35.
one that came with the Wi-Fi dongle in the box?
Yep, it came with the Wi-Fi, and there's
How cool is
we're
that
talking
now
about-
that they're doing that?
Yeah, it came with a Wi-Fi dongle. Now they
Fire.
got a little bit of funky. Some of them, there's a blue one and an orange one, actually has Wi-Fi chips built into them, but the OTG port, OTG port is not working. But then the ones that don't have the Wi-Fi chips have the dongle and the OTG port is working. So you go figure. But yeah, but this one is currently my favorite. I mean, it's got a little bit of bump out on the back. It's really comfortable. I'm actually gonna work on a video on this because I love the idea of tearing these apart. And if I destroy it, so what? But I bought some TMR sticks for it. I have some Anbernic membranes, and this is the joy of that. Like I love about the R36. I like tearing them apart and see what you can do with them and play with them. But like just the idea that this has a 4-inch, for a 4x3 high resolution screen, and it's only $35. I mean, who would feel bad about getting this for a kid and watching you could destroy it, right? Nobody. You know what I mean? So I love them. I love what you can
I'd
do.
feel a little bit
And don't
bad
get
if they
me-
destroyed it off rip. Like if I put it in their hand and
Yeah.
they just looked at it, was like, "What's this piece of crap?" And then they just took it and bodied it, like slammed
Yep.
it across the floor. I'd feel kind of bad. I ain't gonna lie. I'll be like, "You little turd, give me my stuff."
So
like,
I got a bunch of nieces and nephews, and last year, like 6 of them that are under 10 got SF2000s for Christmas, and we're thinking about giving them like R36S's or the R46H, depending on the
that
price,
would be a
for Black
huge
Friday,
upgrade.
as Christmas presents this
Yeah.
year. So we're kind of talking about it because I mean, also these things come with Arc OS. This XF 35H, it comes with emulate, but the rest of these either come with Arc OS or Rocknix. Man, you can't $35. You can't beat that. I don't care what anybody says.
I love
I know there's
ArcOS.
some other budget devices, yeah, but I mean, you just can't, and they're just awesome experience. But this one is, if you get a chance, check this thing out. It's got a bunch of cool flavors of colors. $40 or under. I mean, what do you
Yeah,
go?
that's what I was actually looking at picking up.
And it's
And
awesome.
actually, like if you're honest and you're getting into content creation, right? Like, dude, analytics don't lie. These budget game console devices, they do really good in views. People are interested in them because, like we said, they're not hard to obtain. They come with Arc OS, which is probably one of the best, if not the best, custom firmware out there. You get Port Master, you get all this stuff. Dude, it's really rock solid for the price, man. And I've enjoyed my game consoles. I've actually my first R36S, the one with the spicy pillow. I probably have over 300 gaming hours on that handheld, and
I have a ton of
enjoyed
gaming
all of it.
hours on that one. Yep, I have a ton.
Yeah.
So the only thing I would say, I don't think there's any game consoles that have come with a 3:2 aspect ratio. They have 1:1s, they have 4:3s, they have 16:9. There's a R36 R device that I'm waiting on. It's the R50S. It's a 16:9. It's a 16:9 R device, game console device with a 3326 in it. Go figure. I don't know, but the sticks on top, but I'm waiting on that. But that's the thing. They don't have a 3:2 aspect ratio. Also, I think, in my opinion, this is the best looking atomic purple.
That purple's crazy. That purple,
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
atomic purple. Is
Hey, it's funny to me that a game like Game Console or Game Console can make the atomic purple better than Anbernic. because
Much
Anbernic's Atomic Purple has always been bad to me. It's like they don't want to like put more than 2 drops of dye or something. Like it's like they're rationing the dye or something.
Yeah.
Like
But what you see is that for the $35,
They need that.
you get it
They
consistent.
need that one bottle to last the whole batch.
oh
Yeah,
dude,
right.
the whole like every handheld in that order, like
Oh
in
my
that
God,
lineup.
too funny.
Like
Too funny.
dude, it's great. It's great. But yeah, I wanted to shine some
That's
light
too
on the
funny.
game consoles because I think that they're phenomenal products for the price. Like, are they the best
I
devices out there? No, they're
No.
not. They're not the
No.
best devices out there. None of us here would lie to you about that. But as far as usability, as far as being able to play your games, as far as like
Value.
just working
Value.
at like value, yeah, solid handhelds.
Mhm.
So now I wanted to move on to something that we were actually. Oh no, I changed my mind. I want to allow Javi because we were having a really good conversation the other day, and I hope that he can bring that same fire that he brought the other day when talking about this, and that is Xbox as a company, brand, and competitor. And I'm curious your thoughts because I know you have a lot of thoughts when it comes to Xbox, and I'll give you the floor, bro.
Well, I've been following. I'm gonna call it the downfall of Xbox right now, and I'm just so so disappointed in where what the brand has become. Like as somebody that grew up in the Xbox 360 generation, like I really really fell in love with gaming in that 360 era, and to see where they're at now is just like what you either die the hero or live to see yourself become the villain, and that's what I feel like Xbox has become with everything, increasing their console prices 2 times, destroying the best deal in gaming, right, which was Game Pass. They're shutting
Yeah,
down studios, they're canceling projects, and games that people want. It's just like, what is going on with Xbox leadership? I was like, is anybody checking up on Xbox? And
Mhm.
they really fallen from grace, and it's sad because I want them to compete. I wanted them to come back from their failure of the Xbox One. Like I wanted them to learn from that, and and like take care of the people that built them up, right? But instead, it's just like, oh, it's always, hey, we need to answer to shareholders. We need to, make as much money as we can and nickel and dime our customers for everything they're freaking worth. They're like, oh, our gamer base is finite. Like we're not getting any more people, so now we got to try to get the people on the outside and try to cater to them. So that's when they created the Connect, and now they're doing everything is an Xbox, and like what is going on? What is going on? And look, pretty soon they're gonna start introducing advertisements into some tier of X Cloud, so that you can play cloud Xbox games for free or something, but with supported by ads. That's something
yeah,
like I didn't want to live to see that happen. Like I think I hate the fact that people that don't play games are making decisions about a hobby we love. You know what I mean? And that's the and that's just Xbox. Nintendo's a whole nother demon. But I think that they really fallen from grace, and it's like every time Xbox in the news, it's like more negative press. It's like they're freaking greedy. They're not doing. They keep taking things away, and it's just too much. It's just too much. So
yeah.
I don't know what you guys think.
Um,
I know I said a lot, but it's just like I hate what
no,
Xbox has become. I hate
I'll
what they
add
have
to that
become.
for a moment. So I agree with you, dude. I agree with you. As somebody like I could not say that I was an Xbox loyalist early on because I wasn't. I was always a PlayStation gamer. But as I got older, I started to experience the Xbox ecosystem, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed like Game Pass a lot, especially like having an Xbox Series X in my living room, my cloud saves, being able to transfer between the two. Really, really enjoyed that. I love that experience. Xbox controller has become my favorite controller. It is the most comfortable controller to me. And I know we're all different, but to me, in my hands, it is the most comfortable. And so I became somewhat of an Xbox loyalist over the years because I started to appreciate what they were offering the gamer. You know, like as far as like Game Pass, dude, getting games day one, you know, paying, like, I'm not a big on subscriptions, right? But to me, Game Pass was a no-brainer. It was like, dude, this is like phenomenal. I'm getting games day one. I get to test them out, you know, because how many times have we bought a game, $50, $30, $60, just to realize like it's all right. I don't really love it. You know, it's not what I thought it was going to be. Or it's buggy, it has a lot of bugs, has a lot of issues. Whereas Game Pass takes that fear of buying a game away, because now you get to experience it, and if you don't like it, you can just delete it and download something else and keep going.
Yep.
Like that's phenomenal to me. That's such a good thing. And now to have it where it's like to get that same experience, you have to pay $30. Right. And if not, you could be a PC gamer and pay $16 and still get the day ones and everything. And it's almost like, do you not care about your console gamers anymore? Like, this is what built your Xbox brand, is the console gamers. It's not the PC gamer. And I'm a PC gamer, right? Like, that's a W for us PC gamers. Like, the $16 Game Pass, it's the best deal on Game Pass right now. But what happened to their fan base, the Xbox console gamer? Like, dude, that's $360 a year. That's a lot of money, man. And at that point, like, how many games really, like, honestly, like, for regular people, how many games do you go out and buy a year, like, that you're looking forward to? Like, we all have our favorites, right? Like, to be fair, like, before I got into like content creation and doing all this, there was probably like maybe 4 or 5 titles a year that I was like, I have to have these, right? And at this point, at this cost, at $360, you can afford to go and buy those 4 or 5 games and not buy Game Pass, not pay for Game Pass. Like, you could just buy the games that you care for every year and own them permanently, forever, you know? And because Game Pass was such a good deal, I didn't mind not owning them forever. I was like, whatever, it's cool. You know, I'll play them while they're relevant and move on, you know, because I have such a backlog. But the fact is that, you know, if I'm paying $360 a year, I kind of want to own the games now. You know, I don't want to like, these don't belong to me. I don't want to rent them, you know? And then too, the whole thing, like, you know, with them dropping their handheld to do it with Asus, that was kind of like, that kind of sucked, because I was looking forward to a first party Xbox handheld with their own chipset, custom chipset. You know, I thought like, hey, dude, this is going to be a real competitor to a Steam Deck. And then what did we get? We got like a half-ass knockoff version. And no disrespect to the Asus, I ordered one. My boy Matt ordered one. I'm hoping for big things for it. But still, at the end of the day, it's not a first-party Xbox handheld, right? And I think what we're starting to see is, and I've seen rumors of this for a long time. I just kind of was like, nah, not yet. It's not going to happen yet. But dude, maybe Xbox is leaving the console market. Maybe Xbox is going to be more of an ecosystem and not hardware, you know? And but look at their Microsoft, look at their owner, look at their parent company, right? Look at Microsoft. What are they? They're an ecosystem, right? They're not hardware. They have the Surfaces and stuff like that, but that is not their large source of revenue. That is not, you know, paying their CEO as much money as he's getting paid. They're making money off of their ecosystem. So I think they're going to do the same thing with Xbox. Is they're going to push the ecosystem, and that's where they want the money to come from. And now that Xbox Game Pass has grown so large, like, they're just going to take over them. They're going to just take our wallets from us, I guess they feel like. And what bothered me a lot was their presentation. I don't know if you guys caught the presentation they put on YouTube, where it was like they're all giggity and happy, like if they're doing something so special for us, the gamers, with this whole Game Pass markup. And it's like, dude, you're like smiling, you're excited while just giving us the backhand, you know, and like that really sucked. That really
Yeah.
sucked. And it's like, dude, how disconnected from your consumers are you guys? You guys are absolutely disconnected because this is not what we want. Adding Ubisoft to the Game Pass, when I first thought about it, I was like, oh, this is cool. Then I looked at it and it's like all these old Ubisoft game. Like, dude, Ubisoft doesn't have anything worth bringing the price up. It honestly doesn't. Like,
Not $10 a
dude,
month. Not $10 a month.
no, they didn't bring it up $10 a month when they acquired Bethesda and Blizzard, right? Like, they didn't
Right.
bring it up. They didn't bring it, and if anything, that would have been worth $10 markup, but they
I
didn't.
agree.
They're gonna mark it up for Ubisoft. Come on, man, this is crazy. Like, I don't know.
Yep.
Yeah, it's sad. It's a sad day of gaming.
So
It's a sad day of
I think-
gaming, and
I think you touched on something. I think this is Xbox's prelude to stepping out. I think I think they are getting out of the hardware business. I think that's where this whole everything is an Xbox. I think it's their version of a segue to PC gaming. I mean, I think you hit the nail on the head. I think they're focused on the ecosystem, which is probably a smart move for them because this whole thing is their way of conceding to Sony without conceding to Sony, without saying, "Yep, you got us, you beat us." And I don't know what this future lies for Sony either. I think the future is PC gaming. I think console gaming is going to go away. I think Sony's holding on to something that's just going away. I think I just this whole thing that Microsoft's got, where this is an Xbox and that TV is an Xbox. I think they're just trying to put a positive spin on the fact that their consoles are just not doing it. It's not making it. And I genuinely believe Game Pass was the best deal in gaming. And that's one of the reasons why, we've talked about this before, why I love Windows gaming over Steam gaming. Because, like Too Loud said, I do not want to spend $60 on a game that I hate and I'm stuck with. I want to try a game out and love it. Great. And if I love it, I'll buy the DLC. That's another thing they're doing now. Now you're not getting the Game Pass members aren't getting a discount on DLCs anymore. You get a point system towards something or the other. Like, no, I don't want that. I don't want that. They're taking that all away. So they're taking stuff away and raising the price. And that's just not for me. I canceled my Game Pass subscription. I'm not renewing it. I don't think it's worth $30 a month. I especially with the PC Game Pass being $16 a month. So I had Game Pass Ultimate, and I actually don't play my Xbox at all. I'm looking at it right now, and I don't play it. So I game on my PC. So I'm still going to use Game Pass, but just on the PC. I don't think the $30 is worth it. I don't see there being a future in Xbox gaming to warrant that price when you could just get the Game Pass, the PC for $16 a month. I don't. It's not there for me. But I like I said, I think this whole thing is a segue, is their way of conceding to Sony, and a segue into keeping the brand or turning the brand into an ecosystem by saying everything is an Xbox. No, everything's not an Xbox. It's all cloud gaming and PC gaming. That's what it is. So, what were we gonna say?
But I think, look, the part that pisses me off most about all of this is that I feel like all of this is like self-inflicted. Like they did all the damage to the brand.
Oh yeah,
they did everything
totally
from the beginning of the Xbox One, with all the DRM, with trying to include Kinect that nobody wanted, that people feel like they were being spied on. Making
it an entertainment center instead of a gaming console.
Making it TV, talking too much about TV, with you can't use used games. And then Sony just like, yo, let me take this W real quick. Oh, this is how you give your friend a game on PlayStation. And they won from there. They literally won from there. And the crazy part is that generation, the PS4, Xbox One generation, was so important because I feel like it's not really a console war. It's really where you have your game library, where you have your what would you call it, your ecosystem. How embedded in there are you? Because if you have so many games on Steam or on PlayStation or on Nintendo, you're not going to move over. It's going to be very hard because you already have so many games invested somewhere else. So they lost a really, really important console generation. So when they
Yep.
came into this one, which was the Series X and stuff, they were just like they were losing from the beginning because they didn't have that strong like fan base already, you know.
Yep.
And it's just like they're not delivering the same level of quality and experimental games they're doing in the 360 era. There still wasn't that many games. There's just like, and then they tried to do the Game Pass thing, like, which was different, right? But then at the same time, it's like shooting themselves in the foot. It's like, you know, now you're taking away sales from your devs. Like, you know, Black Ops 6, you lost millions and millions and millions of dollars because you put it on Game Pass, and then all those people that were going to buy the game, they just didn't. They just subscribed to Game Pass and played it for a few months and got over it. You know?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
it's like
Same thing
they
with Diablo.
killed themselves.
Yeah, I agree. And something that you said that kind of made me think of something. Remember how awesome it was on the 360 with the blades, and it was just games and stuff, and it was just gaming focus. And then when it went to the
Yep.
Xbox One, you had to like go find the games instead of it being front and center. Where Sony is kept your games front and center the whole time. You pop into a PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, PlayStation 5. What's the first shit you see? Your games. You know, Xbox, you got to go to the menu, you got to go up, you got to search even still for
your
Game Pass
games.
games in the store. And I don't want to do that, man. I don't want to do that. That's kind of like what Too Loud and you guys are talking about Steam and, you know, jumping right into your games, Steam OS. And that's a big advantage. I mean, and maybe that's why they're doing this now with the Xbox system. What is it called? The Xbox experience on the new handhelds. Maybe they're trying to do that. But I think it might be too late for them in that. I mean, I think this is their segue out of console of hardware. And I think you're right. I think it's going to be an ecosystem. But I also think Javi's right. I don't know what they're doing. Is this just a push? They're just trying to see how loyal we are and how much we're willing to spend. I don't know. But I'm not that loyal. I'm not spending $30 a month for something.
So something that was said while we were talking about this that was kind of interesting to me is like, where does if Xbox does like pivot out of the hardware race, right? And it leaves, who does that leave? That leaves PlayStation and Nintendo, right? And if Xbox is quote unquote everywhere, right? How does PlayStation go forward? And I have an opinion, and I'm curious what you guys think. But I think being that at that point PlayStation's main competitor is Nintendo, I think it's something like a Switch. I think it's a handheld device. I think it's a handheld. PlayStation will become a handheld device that you could put on a dock with maybe an external GPU or something like that. Because other than that, how does it compete with? Now you have Xbox ecosystem, which is play everywhere. You know, with handheld PCs, they own Microsoft, or Microsoft owns them, right? So now you have your handheld PCs, you have your cloud gaming, you have all this stuff through Xbox here, which now you can play it on your TV with just a smart TV, no console, no nothing, right? You can play it on your phone, you can play it on your handheld computer, you can play it on your desktop. Switch kind of gives you almost similar experience because you can play it mobile. You can take it with you. You can play it on your handheld portion of the device, or you can plug it into your television. How does PlayStation move forward?
I don't think they can, unless they can do. You know, you've heard rumors of a PlayStation 6 being a handheld or something. Unless they do that, I don't think they can. I maybe it's hope, but I believe that handheld gaming is going to blow up. I think Nintendo with the Switch and everything has really set the standard. I think Nintendo's their own beast. I don't think when this is all said and done, I think Nintendo's probably going to be the only one still around because they've always done their own thing and they've done amazing with it, right? I think if PlayStation doesn't do something like you said in the realm of Nintendo, like a handheld or that you can consoleize like a Switch, I think they're gonna fall apart because they have to at some point in time start putting their games, giving them to Xbox and making them readily available and not making the exclusives. I just don't think their market share is going to be enough to sustain it, especially at the prices that like this PlayStation Pro and all that stuff is. For that money, man, I'll build a PC, right? And get Yeah, so I don't know. Unless they do the route of Nintendo to compete directly with them, if they just do a traditional console, I don't think it's going to make it. I mean, why would you when you can build a PC for the prices that console? When the consoles are $300 or $400, maybe, but now that they're $600, $700, $800, nah, that's just not going to work. I mean, at least for me.
Yeah.
I know we talk about how impulsive I are and I buy stuff, but I'm kind of cheap and I'm not impulsively buying. I don't want to say nothing.
And then I think another thing to look at is look at handheld gaming is huge around the world. I think we're the last couch potatoes. We are, I think, as Americans, as United States citizens, we're the last couch potatoes. We're the ones holding on to oh no, I want to be on the couch with my controller, because everybody's portable everywhere. Portable mobile gaming is probably the biggest market there is right now as far as gaming.
It is. No, not probably. It is. Mobile gaming is the biggest gaming market in the world. Yep.
Yeah. So I think honestly, if PlayStation wants to do something, if they want to remain relevant, it's going to be through a mobile product. And as far as exclusives go, I think we're already seeing the end of that. As you see, Ghost of Tsushima, God of War, Last of Us, all this stuff is on PC. It also opens up another door of revenue for them, right? If they're just locked behind PlayStation's wall, they're not gonna get that PC market's money, and they already got a taste of that, right? Are they gonna let that go? Come on, we're talking about board members to satisfy here, right?
Right.
So I think no, they're not gonna let go of that. And then on top of that, you got to remember Xbox has something to trade. You could say hey, we're not gonna give you our PlayStation exclusives, and Xbox is gonna say, hey, remember when we bought Call of Duty, when we bought Activision and Blizzard, we only agreed to give you the games for 6 years. You guys still want Call of Duty? Well, we want your exclusives. Come to the table. So I think Xbox has something there as far as software now in order to make negotiation. But as far as hardware, I think we're seeing the end of it. And I think for me, it's not such a huge ordeal because Xbox experience, if it goes the way that I want it to go, I'd be more than happy to put a desktop under my TV and play with a controller with a desktop. I'd be more than happy to do that. I know a lot of people are not because of the simplicity, the updates all in one place. There is a reason why console has stayed as relevant as it has, and that's because some people are not as tech savvy as the rest of us. They don't want to go to Windows settings to go get Windows updates, and then their graphics drivers come from somewhere else. Their game updates come from somewhere else. On a console, all your updates are in one location. Right, you're literally just everything is updating, and with PC you don't get that streamlined experience. So I don't know. I think the future is very interesting. We got a very interesting future ahead of us as far as gaming goes. I do think that console games will become. Handheld gaming is only going to get bigger and bigger. Also, too, I agree with what Mike Benny just said. Never been a better time to bring back Steam machines. Absolutely correct. People are begging for that. I think that will be a hit. Xbox has another
real quick.
They have another giant to deal with when it comes to that because they're not the biggest. They're not the biggest vendor on their own platform. Steam is so.
What you got, Javi?
No, I was gonna say that I think that as far as consoles are concerned, I think we've gotten to a point of diminishing returns. With the leap from let's say just example, the PS4 to the PS5 generation, we went from 1080p to 4K, and it's from what's the next bump? You know what I mean? I think we've gotten to the point where you're not gonna it's not as a big of a generational leap. And seeing performance and stuff from generation to generation, it's kind of we're getting to that curve where it's it's getting less and less noticeable. So I think, like you said, I think the future of for example, PlayStation is portable, putting more power into people's hands so they can take their games anywhere.
I agree. Definitely think that's it. So let me ask you. You said about diminishing returns and you're seeing just incremental improvements, right? But what's something that's crazy about that is that we're not seeing incremental price increases. We're seeing dramatic price increases, right? You
Yeah.
know, I mean
Yeah.
this new all digital PS5. You know, when the second iteration of consoles comes out, it's typically the price goes down, right? Because their cost goes down. So now the second iteration this PS5 is out, or whatever iteration is it doesn't have a disk drive, and the hard drive is actually 125 gigs smaller than the other one, but the price hasn't gone down. It stayed the same. As a consumer, I'm like, what's up here? I'm
Doesn't make
expecting this to
sense.
go down, right? Yeah, yeah. And it goes back to what you guys are saying. These, or Javi was saying earlier, these companies are run by these corporate greed places, and and there's back to what Mike was saying. Steam is not run by a board. Steam is run by it's privately owned, and they can do better things, and they've shown over and over again that they're not interested in they're interested in pleasing the gamers. They're interested in pleasing their community. So there's
They are gamers, right?
yeah,
Like,
yeah, yeah. So there's something to that, So I'm curious to see what that is, and I'd like for them to make a Steam machine. And I know they're saying we're a ways away, but I'm really excited about the potential for Steam Deck too. Like what they're going to do next. Is it going to be more of this? Because if they take another Steam Deck and they just make it more powerful, great. I think it'd be great. Make it more powerful, get a little better screen. It'd be great. So I'm just curious to see where they're going to go. What I mean, I don't know. Where do you see, like, how do you feel about this whole concept, Javi? About, I know you said you're not a huge fan of the Xbox, or what Microsoft's doing, but how do you feel about making everything an Xbox? We're talking about that, and like, where do you see? I know you mentioned Sony, but how do you feel about that whole situation? Because you're a hand, let me preface. You're a console gamer before you're a PC gamer, right? You specifically?
Yeah, absolutely. Yep, I love consoles.
So how do you feel about all this? Like, are you thinking about becoming a PC gamer? Are you gonna? I know you don't like
Steam Deck's gonna take him there, dude. What are you talking about? The Steam,
Yeah,
he's already
enough,
on the shuttle. He's already.
I think.
Yeah.
I think. Look, so I think if they can polish up cloud to where it's very, very, very seamless, you really don't notice the latency at all. Like they really take that and they push the boundary a lot forward to the point where cloud gaming is like you.
I already actually. I've been seeing a lot of. Sorry to cut you off. I've been seeing a lot of talk from Xbox as far as investing into their cloud infrastructure and just improving it drastically. So I think we are getting ready to see the next generation of cloud gaming, as far as like latency, resolution, frame rates. Like I think we're getting ready to see that. I don't want to call out who was the one who told me so, but it's a bit of insider information as far as the fact that that's already being implemented. Cloud gaming will get much better here really soon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the cloud, the benefits of cloud cannot be undermined. Like not having to worry about hardware, not having to run the actual game on the hardware. You can play on anything. That's really amazing and flexible, and it's going to open the door to make gaming more accessible for a lot of people around the world for a lot cheaper too. But then there's just those challenges, and also like not even having to store any of these games natively, right? Like it's running somewhere else, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
right. So that's it's still going to be an issue with being tethered to some sort of internet, some sort of Wi-Fi and stuff. But if the benefit outweighs the con, right, where like the gaming is like seamless and you don't have to wait, and it's it's a really, really close. It's basically the same as just running it natively. It's going to be amazing. But it's not there right now, I think. So
okay. So we're at the just over 2-hour mark. We're gonna wrap this up here, guys. Actually, I want to do something here, and I want to leave the chat with a question today. And that question is, where do you see console gaming going? And are you excited about it? Are you upset about it? And what would you prefer to be done? Like, do you want handheld gaming to be the biggest space? Would you like consoles to remain relevant? I'm curious to see what everybody has to say in the comments about that. And I just want to thank you, Javi, for coming and spending this time with us today. I love your insight. I hope you come back with us again. And Jedi, you, dude, if you don't show up next week, I'll be okay.
Thanks for having me, guys.
I'm just kidding. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Thank you guys, everybody in the chat.
You're super villain.
We look forward to seeing y'all next week. Xbox Ally release day is the day of our next stream. We have something exciting in store for you guys, and we're out.
Night night.